Hello, hello, and welcome. Hey, Simeko, how are you?
Hi, Kim. How are you?
Oh my goodness, I'm good. I'm so excited for
Me too.
you.
I'm so
Yes, yes,
excited.
yes. So, hello and welcome, everyone. This is Empowered Conversations, which is powered by the Sisters Connect podcast. And today we're going to be talking all things natural with the natural hair care coach, Miss Simeko
Yes.
Hartley. And she has this amazing challenge that I signed up for, and I want you to sign up for. And like, you have to do this today. So we're going to talk all about that. But before we get started, I want you to know that I want to see your comments. If you have any questions, please comment inside the stream. So we're in two places. We're in the Sisters Connect group, and we're also on YouTube as well. So you can't really give us messages in YouTube, but you can definitely do that if you're part of the Sisters Connect group. So if you have any questions, please ask. And also give StreamYard permission to see who you are. So there's going to be a link above this video. Make sure you click on that link, and then it will give you access to StreamYard, and they will allow us to see who you are when you're asking questions. So now that I got all of that out the way, welcome, Simeko.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. I am so excited about being here, and you know what we got going on. I'm just so
Yes.
excited.
Yes, I am too. So this is a big day for you because you have been working in the natural hair care field for a very long time. So I want you to
Well,
tell
don't be
us,
giving away my age, all
well,
right?
you know what, ever since you were 5, how about that? Is that better? Yes.
I'll take that.
Yes, but you are the natural hair care coach, not the natural hair care coach, but the natural
Aww.
hair care coach. So tell us a little bit about your journey and how you ventured into natural hair. How did this become your thing?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to take you way back to when I was 5 years old.
Mhm.
So just growing up and remembering what I had to go through with my own hair journey, just a little girl, all the torture I had to go through. And, I never wanted to wear chemicals, but I always felt like I had to. I didn't have a choice because that's what I was taught in order for my hair to be manageable and for me to love my hair, for it to be beautiful. And then
Mhm.
fast forward to when I became a teenager, I was just looking for ways to how to embrace my hair, but I just couldn't get it from the women around me. And then I started working at one of the top natural hair salons in the country, and I learned how to take care of natural hair. I learned how to style and take it, and I felt like, wow, this is it. I have this now. I need to teach this to other women. And so that's when my journey began. At 19 years old, I started to learn how to really help women to appreciate the natural hair texture that they were born with. And it changed my life, Kim. It had changed my life. And I wanted to give that same life changing experience to other women. And so, I had the salon in Jersey. I had
Mhm.
that for 7 years, and it was successful. It was great, but I felt like I was limited to the women that I could help that sat in my
Mhm.
chair. And I just
Mhm.
felt like my mission or my purpose was a lot larger than behind the chair. And
Mhm.
so I ended up selling my salon like 2.5 years ago, and I was on a mission. On
And
a
a
mission,
Mhm.
yes,
Right.
to put together this platform for women
Mhm.
where I could help women all around the world.
I remember the first time I saw you teaching, there was an event, oh my goodness gracious, Montclair, Bloomfield, not sure where it was, but it was a couple of years ago. It was quite a few years ago, maybe about 5, 6 years ago.
Mhm.
And you were teaching, and it was a room filled with women. It was like an entrepreneurial vendors event, but it was also you were like on center stage. And when I saw how passionate you were about hair and how you were breaking everything down, I was really in awe because I had never seen anyone talk about natural hair the way that you talk about it. And if I had someone like you 10 years ago, like on my journey to becoming natural. First of all, I would have gone natural way, way, way earlier. Second of all, this would actually be my real hair. But because I did not have you in my life, okay, this is my protective style,
Right.
and we're going to be working on what's underneath. And that's what's so
Absolutely.
important, because women don't sometimes understand that it's not the style itself, it's about what's growing out of your head. So, talk about that, some of the challenges that you've seen over the years with women who are not really ready to embrace their own natural hair.
Just with what you said, I mean, you've touched on so many things that you're not the only one to go through. There are so many women that are right where you are, or the women who's thinking about going natural, but they just don't have a clue where to start, right? Or
Mhm.
they've been natural, but they've been wearing protective styles the whole time because they just can't figure out what to do with their hair. They have struggles with finding the right products, right? They have struggles with keeping their hair moisturized. They have struggles with finding that styles that they can actually embrace and just be comfortable with wearing their own hair, right? They have issues with having a plethora of products, but they still are confused as to which
Mhm.
products really work. I bet you most women on their natural hair journey can have tons and tons of
Mhm.
products that
Yes.
they have in their
Mhm.
bathroom, in their
Right.
closet, and probably only use like maybe 3 or 4 of them
Mhm.
and still go out and buy more, right? Don't
Right.
let somebody tell you, girl, I use this product on my hair and look at my hair. You're going to run out and go buy that product too, right? Just because
Exactly.
her hair may look like yours. And so I realize that this struggle is, for a lot of women are going through the struggle, even though they've been natural for years, they're still struggling. They're
Mhm.
struggling with watching YouTube and trying to figure out, try to style on, that they see on a YouTube channel on their hair and it don't come out the same, right?
Right.
Why is it? They can't understand. I use the same product. My hair look like hers. Why isn't it coming out right? Right. And that's because they need professional guidance, right? They need to be guided by someone who specializes in natural hair. And so, oh, you're a former product junkie? Okay, Denise. You're gonna have to
Mhm.
let us know how you transitioned from that, because
Mhm.
unfortunately a lot of women like you are still product junkies, right? That's why these companies are making millions and millions of dollars, because women, we will not hesitate to spend money on our hair. And
Right.
so, Kim, my goal, my mission, and my passion is to help women to really embrace, because that's the first thing we have to do. We have to embrace what grows out of our head. Because you said it. You said, how do we learn how to embrace what grows out of our head? And then everything else comes after that.
I remember when, maybe about 3 years ago, when I was working, because now I work for myself, but when I was working in another setting, and there were women that were there who, very few were African American. There were women of all cultures there, but it was mostly women that worked where I worked. And I just got just something in me that said, you know what? I'm wearing my natural hair. Like, they had seen me in big puffy hair, like that's all they knew. And I went to work that day. I felt really good about it. The night before, I was feeling really confident. I have a partner in my life. He's so amazing. He tells me all the time, "Would you let your hair breathe?" But that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. But I was so excited about it, because I felt like, you know what, I'm finally embracing this, and I need to embrace this for myself. And I got in the car, and the closer that I got to work, the more I started to become so self-conscious about it, and I almost felt naked. And then when I walked in the door, and to to have women who don't really understand the struggle of natural hair when it comes from a Black woman's perspective, to look at you and not get it and not understand it, it was like the worst feeling ever. I felt it was the worst. It was horrible, and I really felt worse that I felt that way about just embracing my own hair. So, is that something that you find with most women? Like, I know that you have a podcast and you talk about stories with women in their natural hair, but why is it so hard to just embrace our own natural beauty? What is that?
So it's a history, right? So we were made for a very long time to feel like our hair wasn't beautiful. And in order for it to be beautiful, we had to alter it. So we either had to straighten it or we had to add to it. And so we were doing things that was causing harm and damage to our hair. And so consciously, subconsciously, it's been embedded in us, Kim, that our hair isn't good enough. Our hair,
Mhm.
our own natural hair, the way that it grows out of our head, it's not good enough. We have allowed our hair to define our beauty, what beauty is. And so, and then we've also let society define it. So if it wasn't like this loose curly, hair, if it wasn't like soft and bouncy, if it wasn't long, if it wasn't super thick, then it wasn't beautiful. And we still see that now. If you look at all in the industry and you look at all the pictures that people are liking and following, it's the girls that have this super thick, super long hair. And so
Mhm.
we're idolizing that. We're following that because we want our hair to look like that, right? We feel like that is the definition. And if I had natural hair, that's the definition of what beautiful natural hair look like.
Mhm.
But the reality is that that's the definition that we made it to be. That's
Mhm.
not what beauty is. Natural, beautiful natural hair is healthy hair, right?
Mhm.
It's the hair that grows out of your head. I say this all the time, Kim, and I stand by this. God did not make a mistake. The way that your hair grows out of your head is not a mistake. But
Mhm.
unless we embrace it, unless we love it, no one else is going to love it because that confidence comes from you. It's what you exude.
Mhm.
Once you have the confidence and you step out like, listen, this is me, I love me, people gonna be like, man, she is working that, she is rocking that. So you have to exude that. And then everybody, I remember when I first had gray hair growing out of my head, right?
Mhm.
People were like, oh my gosh, you're going gray, you need to color it. And I let that bother me, and so I started coloring and covering my gray. But I felt like a slave because gray hair,
Mhm.
every you could
Mhm.
color it and then like a week later the gray is back out. And I was like, you know what, I'm not letting this define me. This is what naturally comes out of my head. I'm going to embrace it. I don't care what people say. It's beautiful. And guess what happened? As soon as I took on that attitude, that yeah, confidence, people, oh, I love your gray hair. It's so beautiful. I love it. But that's
Mhm.
because I loved it first. That's
Right,
because I felt it
right,
was beautiful
right,
first because they
right,
weren't saying that before. And
right.
that's the message that I want to get out to every woman is that you are beautiful. Your hair is beautiful. But let me show you how to take care of it properly so that it
Mhm.
can be healthy because that's the most important thing. So learning and understanding your hair, now you'll know what works best for it. And once you understand it, now you're going to nurture it. Now you're going to treat it like you love it. Because when you
Right,
don't like something, you don't give it the attention it needs, right?
right,
You
right.
don't nurture it the way that it needs to because your conscious mind is like, you don't want to be bothered with it. You don't like it, so you're going to cover over or do what you need
Mhm.
to do to not have to deal with it, i.e. wear all the protective styles so you don't have to think about it anymore, right?
Right, right, right. And you know what? It does keep you enslaved to this thing. It just, I don't know. I have to say this. Um, I actually like my hair texture. I embrace my
And
hair
you have
texture.
beautiful hair texture. Like, and you know what kills me? I'm sorry to cut you off. When I meet women
Uh-oh.
like you, when I meet women like you who have this soft, beautiful, coily textured hair, and they're like, oh, my hair is so kinky and it's so hard. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm a professional and I work with all types. You ain't nowhere near that, so stop it. But that's what you
Right,
want to believe. And
right,
I have
right,
so many clients that have sat in my chair and they'd be like, Simeko, oh, I'm telling you, my hair is just so coarse. And then when I do it, they'd be like, it never do that for me. My hair ain't like that when I do it. Yes, it is.
right,
You
right,
just haven't
right.
embraced it.
I'm getting there, Simeko. I am going to be your forever um, project until the day that I just set it free. and I just have a bonfire with all my hair or whatever. But I'm a work in progress still. But I do take heed to the fact that I do know that what's underneath has to be healthy, and that's what we are going to be venturing into, well, together, because I actually joined this amazing challenge that you are launching, and it actually starts today.
Today.
So
Yes.
tell us about the 28-day healthy, no, it's the 28-day healthy hair challenge. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, the 28-day healthy hair challenge. So,
Okay.
there's all these challenges that you see to help people get their life right. We have financial challenges, we
Hmm.
have workout challenges, we have all types of challenges. But there is no challenge out there to help women get their hair right, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
women are struggling trying to figure it out on their own. So I have created a challenge where they can be guided online by a natural hair care expert, taking them step by step for the next 28 days
Hmm.
to really learn and understand and love and own their natural hair. And
Hmm.
so, I don't want to give it away because Kim, it's packed. I'm an educator by heart too,
Hmm.
right? So
Hmm.
I love to educate. So all of my experience, all of my knowledge, all of my skill, all of my passion has gone into developing this 28-day challenge. But on this challenge, Kim, you're going to come out with a customized regimen just for you. That's personal for you. So forget about everybody else and telling you what they're doing for your hair. You're going to know and understand your hair. So you're going to build a customized regimen with my guidance. We're going to have weekly jumpstart webinars. So every Monday, even before we get started with our week, we're going to come on live and I'm going to talk to you about what to look forward to the week. So now you are ready. So you have the confidence and the ease to get through the challenge. I'm going to send you daily emails with the tasks that you have to do. So I like to look at this as an adventure that we're going on. And we're going to find some
Hmm.
healthy hair gyms together. In each of those gyms, you're going to put them all together to create your beautiful crown. And that's what you're going to have at the end of this 28-day challenge. And so
I'm so excited.
you're going to get a healthy hair journal
Yes.
so that you can log in because writing stuff down is important, right? Because a
Hmm.
lot of times we have figured stuff out, but then we forget to write it down. So we forget what
Right,
worked.
right,
So
right.
having it in front of you and writing it down, now you can go back and really reflect on what you've done so that you'll have it. And then you're going to get a calendar. The calendar is a reminder of what you need to do. And you get a free copy of my ebook that
Oh
I
my God.
so I'm sharing my story, plus I'm giving you all of the information, but it's simplified. So I'm not trying to talk over your head. I'm not trying to use all that professional language. It's down to earth, real information that you can actually apply. And you're not doing it alone. I'm on this journey with you. We're doing it together. I'm holding your hand through all the stuff that we're doing. And then we're going to be on the live. So if you have any questions, that is going to be where you can ask on the private Facebook group that I'm setting up for the 28-day challenge. This is where you're going to continue to get the support and the encouragement that you need so that you can own your natural.
See, oh my goodness gracious. By the time you're done with me, now I know it won't be in the 28 days, but by the time you're done with me, I'm going to be walking around with hair like this. Shaka Khan was always my hero. I
Right.
don't know. But seriously though, I mean, everything that you have inside the challenge, because I got a little bit of a sneak peek of all that you have. I could not even believe it. I thought to myself, this is going to be an incredible challenge. And I'm really excited because you are the one who's teaching it. And I trust you, and so many other people out there trust you. And not only are you doing this challenge, but you also are continuing conversations with your podcast. And you have dedicated a podcast for naturalistas and also for women or people who are in the natural hair care fields who are also giving advice as well. So tell us about the Natural to Natural podcast.
Yes. So thanks to my boo Kim,
Yay!
I am officially a podcaster. And it's so funny because before COVID, I was working on the educational part of my business to teach. And of course, COVID hit and I had to pivot, right? And
Mhm.
so in pivoting is like, okay, how am I going to now still reach women and how am I going to still impact women? And so I reached out to you, the podcast queen, and you were like, you had this course that really helped women that had an empowering message to reach women, but how to do it on a podcast platform.
Mhm.
And so it was like, I didn't realize how much I would love having a podcast because it gave me that voice to still
Mhm.
connect and share my passion and education and experience with women. And not just that, but Kim, I got to connect women on this podcast. So women who are experiencing the same thing, women who are on the same journey. It is so important for me to build this community where you have professional information, guidance, but you also have the support from women around you that's going through the same thing. So it's like a safe space to be able to, have these women get knowledge from trichologists, from other
Mhm.
natural hair specialists that love teaching and educating, because not every stylist love to share their information
Mhm.
with their client, right? But
Right.
I'm building a platform of women that the first thing, their first passion is educating you, and then doing hair is the second thing. So they
Mhm.
love, and then product brand companies, where do you go? You don't know where to go. You don't have anybody to educate you on ingredients and products and how it works. So you're really just out there trying to figure it out. And the Natural to Natural podcast and now the Healthy Hair Challenge, it really builds a community to let you know that we are on this journey together. So you do not have to figure it out on your own. And like you said, in 28 days, you're not going to master it. But my goal in that 28 days is for you to know exactly what you need to do. So now you just need to be consistent with it. So now it's on you because I didn't gave you everything you needed.
Mhm.
So if
Mhm.
you don't master it, it's only because you weren't consistent with what you were taught.
And that is the key word. It's consistency. And that's with everything that you do in life, including your hair. Including your hair. You have to be consistent. One thing that I wanted to touch on too is it's not also about what you put on top of your hair. It's what you put inside your body that
Kim,
that
this journey
makes
is
the
taking you through
difference.
all of this journey is
Mhm.
taking you through all of that. It starts
Mm.
with your mind first. What you put in your
Mm.
mind, how you feel about yourself. People don't realize that. If your mind ain't right, nothing else is gonna be right. I don't care how much you start, it's not gonna be right. So we have to start thinking differently about our hair. And so we're
Mhm.
gonna get into how are you feeling? What's going on? How do you really feel? What's your why? Like those are things important. And then the
Mhm.
next thing is what's going on inside. Because I
Right.
don't care what you do externally, if you're not taking a look at what's going on internally,
Right.
then again, this is the inside is the seed, is the foundation, right?
Mhm.
And then what we do externally only is only going to keep our hair healthy, keep it growing out,
Mhm.
keep it
Mhm.
from breaking off. So that's really the last thing you need to do, right? And
Mhm.
then you need to be guided by professionals. Stop following people that only mastered what works best for their hair, that really
Right.
don't know all hair textures. And so we go through all of this on this journey where you are going to get the core essential steps to mastering and owning your hair.
I love that so much. I love that it's not a one-stop shop. It's not a group of women coming together with one story. It's about individual hair stories. It's about my specific hair story. And this is why I think this is going to be such a powerful challenge. So, what happens after 28 days? How can I stay connected with you? And what do you have on the horizon? Because we need you for more than just the 28 days. Even though you come, when you give us our our routine in a box, we still need to be connected with you in some type of way. So what do you have coming down the pike or in the future?
So I gave you a little hint when I said I'm building a community. I'm building a
Mhm.
platform of women, not only just the consumer like you, but
Mhm.
bringing in the natural hair experts, bringing in the product brand companies. So in the horizon, there will be a platform where you will be connected into so that now you constantly have exclusive access to professionals
Mhm.
like me, exclusive access to
Mm.
small black owned product brand companies that make
Mm.
products just for your hair that you could reach out to. That is what's going on with this whole challenge. That's where it's leading to. So now, even after the challenge, my goal is that you're still not on your own. My goal is that you're always going to have that exclusive access to have exactly what you need. Because sometimes, even when we master something and we got it, we might just need a little bit of encouragement. We just might need
Mhm.
a little reminder, right? And so that's the whole. I just purchased my spot, and I love the website. Thank you, Simeko Milani. Yay! Go Milani! Go
Yes,
Milani!
yes,
Yes,
yes.
girl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Milani, for your love and support and for joining.
Mhm.
Spread the word because there's only limited spots for this go around. So
Mhm.
the $27. So we have an introductory price that's $27. That's only gonna last for a week, and then the price is going up. And it's still price going up. It's still a discount, right, Kim?
Mhm. Yes, we
So
talked about that.
yes,
Let me tell you, all of what you get in this challenge is so incredible. Like the value of what you get, it's just incredible. So you have to, like, I am telling you right now, because when I tell you 1010% of what I trust is in Simeko when it comes to natural hair, you have to go onto the website and you have to sign up for this challenge because you are in the best hands that you can possibly be in when it comes to your hair. So I just had to give you that plug, and I mean that
I know you
wholeheartedly,
do, Kim.
Simeko. I
I know you
really,
do.
really do. So tell us the website where we can go on. Tell us what the steps are in order to go and to register for the challenge.
Okay.
And when does it begin and when does it end?
Okay. So the website is to sign up is www.thenaturalhaircarecoach.com. The
Mhm.
challenge starts December 7th. That's Monday, December 7th. And it's
Mhm.
going to last 28 days. So I think that's up until January. What is that? January 1st? So 28 days. I'm sorry, 28 days from December 7th. So
Mhm.
let me go to my calendar really quickly. All right.
Okay. All right.
So December 7th, and then we're going once. So it's going to be till January 3rd. That's going to be
Okay.
the last day. Yep.
All right, perfect. So December 7th through January 3rd are going to be the dates. So you have enough time this week to sign up at the introductory
Very
price.
That's right.
At the
You're
introductory
never going to get it at
price.
that price again.
Yes, you will never get it at this price again. Never, never, never.
Think
And
about
but
this. I
mhm,
consider myself, and it's not just me. I've gotten this, like you said, Kim, from a whole lot of women. And I've served hundreds and hundreds of women over the course of my career. And they have all said the same thing. My passion for teaching and for educating
mhm,
them, even the women that sat in my chair, that's how my clientele grew so rapidly. It was because of the education that they were getting while they
mhm,
were in my chair. They wanted everyone that they knew to get that same education and get that same passion. And so
mhm.
imagine me giving you my 26 years of expertise for $27. That's unheard
Right,
of.
right, right, right.
That's like going to the doctor after he done spent 7 years and got a degree and everything, and you're paying $27 to go visit the doctor. That's your copay, but believe you me, that insurance company is no more.
Yes.
So you're getting all of this. And this is because, I really want to get this thing off the ground. I really want to
Mhm,
help women really get. So my saying is live your best life possible, mind, body, and hair. Because if you take care of your mind and you take care of your body, your hair will thrive. And so
mhm,
we are here. I am here as your primary natural hair care specialist to take
mhm.
you on this journey so that you could begin to live your best life possible.
I love it. And this is the perfect way to enter into a new year, new beginnings. And we always want to start that new thing heading into the new year. But with this is it. the challenge not only is going to be helpful for me because I signed up for the challenge, Milani has signed up for the challenge, but it also is a sense of community. So it that also feels good to know that you're not by yourself. There are other women who have the same questions that you have, who want to cheer you on. You know, there's always that camaraderie that's a part of it as well. So it encompasses so much, you know, not just all of the amazing things that you do, but the sense of community that is so important, especially for those who are on this level at this stage right now, who are really trying to own their naturals, which
So
I
that's
love that. I love
right.
that. Well, Simeko, I thank you so much. I am so super excited about this challenge. I'm super excited about all the things that you're doing. And I think I'm more excited about the women who are going to have an opportunity to
Yes.
be able to have you as their natural hair care coach. They are so in for a
Oh,
treat. So thank you so much. So before we go, anything that you need to let us know? We got your web address. We have it down in the on the scroller there. Go to the naturalhaircarecoach.com.
join
Find
the join the Facebook group, the private Facebook group
mm-hmm,
for the podcast at Natural to Natural Podcast, because again,
mm-hmm,
that's another community, you know, where I share information. And then you can also follow me on Instagram at the naturalhaircarecoach.com as well. Let's build this community of women just
mm-hmm,
loving up on each other, supporting each other, and helping each other really live the best life possible and having the amazing hair that we were blessed with. So not the
mm-hmm.
hair that someone else has, you know, because the reality, Kim, I wanted to bring out is that some of us may not have hair that's going to be down our back. Some of us may
Right,
not have super thick hair because it may not just be in our DNA, but it doesn't mean that your hair is not beautiful.
right.
It doesn't mean that you can't stretch yourself and feel like a queen, even though your hair is not down your back. And that is my goal, so that you can see the beauty in yourself, so you can see what God has installed in you, what He has blessed you with. And I'm sorry, I know we gotta go.
No,
The
no,
other
no,
thing
we're
is,
fine.
you know, with this whole COVID thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Remember when it was the first lockdown, women was going crazy because they couldn't get to the salon and they had to do their own
Mm-hmm.
hair and they didn't have a clue. You know, I don't want to see women stuck like that, not knowing what to do with their own hair. Like that
Right,
doesn't, to me, that doesn't make sense. That
right.
we don't know how to care for ourselves, that we don't know how to take care of our own hair and nurture our own hair. And if we don't have someone else do it, we feel at a loss. I want to put hair care in your hand, because what I do is just temporary. But what you do, what I teach you to do is permanent. You know that saying, they say you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but you teach
Mm-hmm.
him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
You give a woman a style, she'll look good for a day, but you teach her how to style her hair, she'll look good for a lifetime.
See, that's why I just, Samiko, you are just everything. This is why you are the natural hair care coach for real. Samiko, thank you so much. I cannot wait. If you want to join me in this challenge, do not wait. There are limited spots for this particular challenge. There might be
Yeah.
another one coming up in the future. You don't want to wait until then. You want to get on to this introductory price right now of just this week, unheard of, $27 for this challenge. And it's because Samiko loves what she does and she really wants us to embrace who we are and she wants us to embrace our hair. So she's made it so easy to be a part of this. So make sure you go on to the naturalhaircarecoach.com. You can find out about the challenge. You can find out all about Samiko and her hair care journey. You'll see some of her cute pictures from back in the day when she
When I
wasn't
have no
when
hair.
she didn't have much as she has now. But just go on and check all of that out and make sure you go into the group too and let me know that you've joined the challenge, and be sure to listen to the Natural podcast, and also be sure to sign up for the Facebook community. It is a beautiful community. She is so involved in her community, and it's just a really nice space to be if you are trying to grow your hair and own your natural. It's definitely the place to be. So, everyone, I will see you soon. And thank you so much, Samiko. I'm so excited.
Thank you so much for having me. I always appreciate you, Kim, and thank you so much for always loving up on me and supporting me. I love you, girl.
Love you too, girly. Talk
All
to you
right.
soon.